early Saturday morning, just shooting around the neighborhood on this beautiful morning. Nice and cool right now. Probably going to be pretty warm today. But I wanted to get out early before we got traffic and cars going around and whatnot. Don't get a lot of traffic in my neighborhood up and down these streets. You can see everybody's parked. This is just all residential. I'm not going to be going on any kind of crazy high traffic streets while I'm trying to make a little video here. This board, I just got this thing last week. I've had it for maybe 8 days, 9 days, something like that. I rode it every day. I absolutely love it. It's just so cool. I mean, it's so smooth. The controls are nice. You know, the braking and everything takes a little getting used to. The throttle and the braking, acceleration takes a little getting used to. You know, if you're not careful, he'll just take off out from under you. It's got the 4 riding modes. It's got beginner, econo, sport, and expert. Sport and expert are the same top speeds. It's just quicker acceleration on the expert. You know, we're going to launch off the line, which I'm not really interested in launching off any lines right now. I just don't. I mean, all the things I purchased in the last year or so, this is just my favorite, man. I just can't tell you how much fun these boards are. I'm 51 years old and I just bought my first skateboard. I'm loving it, man. It's the Meepo V2P. Now the V2, I think the difference between the V2 and the V2P is the hub, the swappable wheels on the hub motors. I think with the actual V2, you have to basically buy a whole new hub motor if you wear out the rubber. And on the V2P, you can actually take there's some retaining screws and the rubber slides off of the actual motor. So rather than spending $60 on a whole new motor every time, you can just buy some rubber, and I forget the price. I'll post it up on the video somewhere. But man, this thing is just smooth, man. I haven't had any kind of issues with the controller connecting or anything like that. There was room. I saw some videos and reviews on the first version, connection issues and on the controls. Man, I had nothing but good times, man. Okay, let's take a look at this board here. Because they have had it for about a week. Yes, I got about 50 or so miles on it so far. You know, it's a little dusty and dirty and whatnot, but I banged up a little bit here and there. The wheels are holding up good. I've been riding on the streets around the neighborhood, and it's really fun. Of course, now I'm like 200 pounds, so when I got it, the trucks were really loose. I tightened them up, you know, for me. I went to focus. One, I'm not an experienced skateboarder at all. But right now I got it kind of stiff, and that's just working out great. I mean, I got no problems, you know, making any kind of turns that I need to make, so not an issue at all. This is a 38-inch overall board. It's got the hub motors. They're dual 250 watt hub motors. I just ordered with the standard battery. The standard battery, they say the range is around 11 miles. With the Sanyo upgrade battery, you're supposed to get 17 miles, which is quite a bit more. But it's a $200 plus adder. The whole board was $419 straight from their website shipped. Overall finish of the board, you know, it's a bargain board. But so you know, this just seemed to be the best overall. The screws aren't sitting flush on, but the logo here, as you can see, it's not centered. It's off a little bit. So you know, their stencil. This seems like it's crooked a little bit. The Meepo logo is crooked a little bit. So. Nice grippy tape on the top. 90 mil wheels, 54 mil wide, so you can go over a lot of stuff. I mean, I've hit some cracks in the road, you know, good inch plus, inch and a half wide, gaps for like a drainage in the roads. And I went through them, went right over them, boom, 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 man. Coming up to them, you get a little nervous. Oh man, is this gonna launch me? But no, it went right over it. So the ride's nice. The board's got some flex to it. It's not real flexy. I'm not sure what it is as far as layered maple or whatever. I don't think there's any bamboo in it. It's not a super high end board. I see some guys actually taking all the equipment off and putting it on their buying a nicer deck and putting it on that. So to me, it's just fine the way it is. So like I said during the video, the riding video, four riding modes. You got beginner, which is on the manual it came with, it says 9 miles an hour. On the website it says 10, so give or take a few. Econo, which is 15 to 16 miles per hour. That's a nice cruising speed. You'll get a good range out of it. Then you got expert mode, which is up 25 miles per hour at least on their website and on the manual. And then after that you have pro, which is also 25 miles per hour, but it's quicker acceleration, so it's going to be more jumpy off the lines. Another feature is regenerative braking. So when you are riding the brake, going down a hill or even just coming up to a stop and you're trying to slow down or something like that, you're actually recharging the batteries a little bit. Your little trickle charge back. So if you're going down a hill, quite a long hill, when you're on the brake, coming down, you will get a little battery life back. We'll do a 30% grade. I haven't really tested that yet. I'm just been riding around my neighborhood, which is pretty much flat. Maybe I got 10% around here at best. It's pretty substantial weight-wise at 16 pounds. Another thing I was talking about before too, these screws right here, you remove these screws here and you can slide off the rubber off of the hub motor, so you don't have to slide it off. Buy some new rubber, slide it back on, put those screws back, and you're good to go. You're back in the races, man. All right, let's take a look at just the box real quick to show you how they package it up and what all it comes with. Okay, here's the box that it comes in. Packaged pretty well. I got it, like I said, I got mine really quick. It came undamaged, so it's got plenty of packing there to protect it. The first thing you'll see when you open it, you'll have the manual here with some general information. It gives you a little information on those riding modes I was telling you about. Shows you how the controls on the remote, what's what. Gives you a little overall rundown of the whole board. So quick, cool little read. Good to have. It's just it's sitting here real nice. It's got a spot right here for the wall mount, which this one does not come with. Of course, the remote's right in there. Remote's real simple, very functional, just nice feel to it. Doesn't feel cheap. I was worried about it. Is it going to be like a really cheap, crappy plastic? But no, it's actually made pretty well. Comes with a little rubber wristband thingy. Came with some Meepo stickers. Here's the stickers. Comes with some stickers in the bag. Tools. Comes with this basic tool set. You got a tool for taking off those screws to remove the hubs. The rubber on the hubs, and your standard tool, changing wheels or tightening down the tracks, bushings, and so basic tools. Comes with some extra screws too, so which is kind of nice. So if you do lose some of those screws, they send you one of those little lights that go on there too, which anytime soon it's got a few different modes, flashing and steady on. So that's kind of a cool little feature. Comes with some extra pads too if you do have to remove the battery pack or the ESC control cover. But yeah, like I said, if you do decide, hey, I want to get a better deck, something a little more flexible or stylish or whatever, there you go, man. You can just swap that out and you're off to the races again, man. One other feature I didn't mention, that it will push start, get it rolling a little bit. Try it up. There's your battery indicator, obviously, and your on and off switch right down there. And then you just turn on the remote, hold down the button, it connects, and then you push it like that. You can see what mode you're in. That's expert, pro, beginner, econo. If you turn off, if you turn off the controller, and after 5 minutes, I think it's 5 minutes they would list, the board will shut off automatically if it's not connected to the controller. So little battery saver, so you don't have to necessarily bend down and turn it on and off every time you dismount the board or park it for a minute. I think the charge time, the full charge time on this thing is 2 hours from a dead to a full charge. I did ride around my neighborhood, and I was mostly in econo mode, and like I said, I got some little grades. I'm 200 pounds on this thing. I got I think went 8.96 miles. Let's call it 9 miles, and I still had one bar left. It was flashing, but there was I think the remote vibrates too when it gets down to near dead zone. So I don't know how much further I could have went on it, but at that point I says, well, I just parked it. As a beginning rider, 9 miles on a board is a lot. You get off my legs are a little bit jelly, so it's I think it's a fantastic value. For a beginner skater. There's a lot of cheaper boards out there for $200 and less, whatnot. They're not as fast, don't have all the features, they're regenerative braking and things like that. I really feel if I would have bought something like that, I'd have been disappointed quickly. I think I'm going to enjoy this for a long time. Years away from probably feeling the urge to spend money on a boosted board or something more expensive. I wouldn't mind checking one of those out one day, but for now, like I said, as a beginner, to see if you want to like it, it's $400. It's a lot of money, but it's not comparatively. There's a lot more expensive boards out there, but I think this is the best overall bang for the buck. I'm happy I went with the Meepo. Anyway, guys, thanks. I hope you get a little something out of this video. This is just my thoughts and opinions on it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. There's other videos out there. I do knives, watches, and some shooting videos and gun videos. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.